Now we're going to discuss about changes in the states of matter, latent heat and vaporization. Let's start with the changes in the state of matter. A substance can exhibit three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas, depending upon the change in the temperature and pressure. For example, water. It exists in the solid state as ice, water as a liquid state, water vapor as a gaseous state. Now this is possible when we are heating it. We can convert water vapor into water and water into ice by cooling. So this way, by changing the temperature, we can obtain different states of matter as we have seen in the water case. Now let's do an experiment. Let's take a beaker and it has ice in it. Let's place a thermometer in it. And start heating it at a very low flame. You will notice that after some time, the ice will start converting into water. And at this point, the temperature in the thermometer will show 0 degrees Celsius. You will also observe that this temperature will remain constant till the whole ice converts into water. Now what is exactly happening? How ice is converting into liquid? Also note that we are supplying heat energy continuously. We haven't stopped the energy supplying at any point during this process. Now let's look at how ice is converting into liquid. As we are supplying the heat energy, the solid particles are getting energy in the form of kinetic energy. After gaining this energy, they are vibrating very fast. As the kinetic energy increases with the supply of heat, they start moving very fast, faster than the earlier. By that, they move and start exchanging their position. Now this is the property of the particles only in liquid, which shows that now the solid is converting into liquid. Now you will also get it that where this energy is going, the energy which we were supplying at the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius when the temperature was not at all changing. So the whole energy was going here and it was breaking the bonds between these particles. That is also the reason that the temperature was not changing. Now this energy which is used to break the bonds between these particles of solid is called latent heat. In this case, because melting is happening, it is called the latent heat of fusion. Fusion is another name for melting. So this is the latent heat of fusion. The process when a solid is getting converted into liquid at a constant temperature by absorbing the energy is called melting process. And the temperature at which it is happening is called melting point. Now let's try to explain what is latent heat of fusion. It is that quantity of heat which is required to convert 1 kg of solid into liquid at a constant temperature when it's absorbing the energy. That is called the latent heat of fusion. The value of the latent heat of fusion for the ice is Now, if we have continued this process and continued the supply of heat energy, you will notice that after some time the water starts boiling. and the water starts converting into the water vapor. At that point, if you will notice the thermometer, the temperature will be 100 degrees Celsius. You will also notice that this temperature also won't change till the whole water is getting converted into the water vapors. Now let's look at how a liquid is getting converted into water vapor. Again, a continuous energy is supplied to the particles of the liquid. They have enough distance between them because they are the particles of liquid. Now, when the energy was supplied to them, they also started moving very vigorously about their mean position. Mean position is the position where they are at rest. As long as we are providing the energy, the kinetic energy is increasing and they are moving more fast. With that, there are some particles which will escape from the system by overcoming the attractive forces between them. And hence, when they escape the system, they are getting converted into water vapors or gaseous state. That is how the energy which we are supplying continuously when the temperature is not changing, it is going here. Now this energy which is used or getting utilized in converting a liquid into water vapor is called latent heat of vaporization. The process where a liquid is getting converted into water vapor at a constant temperature by absorbing the energy is called boiling, and the temperature at which it is happening is called boiling point. The value of the latent heat of vaporization of water is Let's try to understand few more terms. The opposite of boiling is called freezing and the temperature at which it is happening is called freezing point. Note that both the temperatures of boiling and the freezing point is same for water, that is 0 degrees Celsius. The same is for condensation, which is the opposite of vaporization. The point at which it is happening is called condensation point and the temperature of both is again same for the water, which is 100 degrees Celsius. Let's now look at how to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin scale and Kelvin into degrees Celsius scale. You just need to add 273 in degrees Celsius value, you will get it in Kelvin. Let's take another example. Let's now do the opposite. What you need to do is subtract 273. You will get the value in degrees Celsius. Now let's look at what is the sublimation process. Sublimation is a process when a solid gets converted into gaseous state directly on heating. What is a sublime and sublimate? A sublime is a gaseous state directly obtained from a solid state on heating, whereas sublimate is a solid state obtained directly from its gaseous state on cooling. Now let's look at evaporization. Till now we have discussed that how the temperature is changing the states of matter. Now we will discuss that how pressure is going to change the states of matter. We know that the gases are highly compressible because of the small interparticle distance between them. So when a gas is compressed, that distance decreases. And if also simultaneously we decrease the temperature, the solid gets converted into liquid. This process is called liquefaction. Do not confuse this process with the condensation because there is nothing like pressure there. So in the end, we can say that there are three conditions of temperature by which we can decide the states of matter. The first is that if the melting point of a substance is above the room temperature, then that substance is classified as solid. If the boiling point of a substance is above the room temperature, then that substance is classified as liquid. If the boiling point of a substance is lower than the room temperature, then that substance is classified as gases. Thank you.